forts then? Ah, there's some up there. Why don't we join in? Probably more money to be had around here. We've got the slaves, the wool. Yeah, it's really lucrative, isn't it? Strange for the Ottomans not to join in something else here. Defender against Tlemcen, Tlemceni conquest, and yet the Ottomans didn't want to join. Why? Ottomans are also allied with Naj, so if I were cheeky enough to declare war on Naj, Ottomans are horrifically in debt. How strange. Jake, your vassal has cores on that land. They have cores on 2 of it. And I'll probably give their cores back to them. There's no reason not to, other than they might kill me. Which is a fairly good reason, but not the one we're going for. Plus, I can improve my opinion, or their opinion of me, if I give it to them. That's probably better than... Well, it costs me the dip, but I think it would cost me dip to give it to them anyway. Ah, well, not worth concerning myself with. I take it all. No one's going to stop me. Pasai, now is the time. Geo will be mine. And then there's you. I'm taking names, really. I'll be back for these. Almost didn't keep an eye on my money, but the money situation will be fine as soon as this falls. I'll just punch the money out of others. And good to see the Master of the Mint is doing a job bringing down my inflation and bringing up my admin points. Oh, okay, the war, Karakunlu's other war is over. I'm going to need these diplomats free soon enough. We still are winning this war dramatically. They would have to retake this, and they're not going to, and they're going to be spending a long time over in Hassa. But it does tell me that this war's been going on for too long, so I need to finish this other war so Imerina does not join in. Not that they would anyway, I have enough war score, but still, let's keep the Karakunlus busy. Surprised the Ottomans aren't funding me again. I guess that crippling debt is stopping them. But personally, I think they're just quitters. I didn't even check to see if this was within my range, but we'll be okay. And I'm still not getting participation. I guess I'm not the one blockading the important part. Okay, good. I have 3 wars that I wish to peace out of. Unfortunately, I can't get out of the Ethiopian Crusade. Not quickly and easily, at least. Okay, so I have to assume that I'm not going to be peacing out soon, which means maybe I should just give this land directly to my vassal. Nah, that's what a quitter would say. I'll take it for myself. Then again, corruption will cost me money on this. I don't like that. But I can get my vassal to not hate my guts so much, so that's good enough reason to take it for myself. Good thing I made you a co-belligerent. Makes this a lot easier. So long and thanks for all the money. Oh, wow, allying that guy on the island was such a good idea. I am very impressed with myself. So I'm going to give up 3 of these provinces. This one will remain mine, which is nice because it's Sunni. And it has slaves. I do like having some slaves. Not going to increase the autonomy here, partially because I can't. I mean, I could on this one, but... could even convert it for him, give him an easier time. But he has religious ideas, he can do 2 at a time, baby, yeah. Colonize Mat Solo. This is going to be a pain because it's going to tell me to colonize places that I'm simply not going to take. Vassalize Sharia, that's also not going to happen. I'd rather show them my strength. But I can't do that either. Alright, with that war now over with, I can finish up the Karakunlu war, which has gone nothing but swimmingly for us. And I'm going to make him release Hassa so I don't have to keep worrying about these wars. Although they are profitable. They do slow me down quite a bit. Then again, they are quite profitable. I want the money, that's for sure. I want war reparations, yes. Could have them as my subject. You know what, Cat? I kind of like the cut of your jib. You keep declaring war on me and catching me unguarded. I am specifically not going to release your vassal from you, because I kind of like the cut of your jib there. I would love to return that, but it's simply not an option. It's always nice to be in Jake's chat and learn new historic facts instead of watching him play. Yeah, the chat just does its own thing. Hejaz are not very happy. They probably want Hufuff. They do, but that would make them happy. I can get behind that. A strong Hejaz is a friend of mine. Maybe I could even give him more. I've got war score to spare here. And this fort just existing is a real pain. Shame I can't change its owner right now. That's a real shame. I could take it and then give it to him, but that's kinda outside what we're wanting to do with this campaign, so I'll just take the money and run. Cheers, figures. I can also happily destroy you. You still hate them? Yeah, rivalry going on. You are no longer my friend. I'll have to wait for a diplomat to say so, though. And I'm coming for you. Hopefully my vassal will... For some reason I can't set his lands as strategic Watsits, but that's probably because we are still allies, even though not allies in a war. Oh, a war ally. How about that? Okay, well, not to worry. But I still want to get some participation here, so all of my ships get over there. Well, except these ones, they are vitally important for protecting my realm. I wasted my time with those ones. Nobody but these guys want to rise up against me. Amen and Timurian. Shame I can't increase autonomy there, but I can be ready for you. Jake war ally being war vassal. Go figure. Don't know how we're losing this one though. What's happening? The battles have gone nothing but in their favour, but thankfully they haven't occupied anything of mine, so I don't have to worry about the war being, or the peace being unfavourable. Hejaz are getting tired of this. It went high, but that's probably from ongoing battles. It isn't. Ethiopia's getting sick and fed up though. Hopefully this war all ends soon. Boy, do I want war participation here, and it's growing ever so slowly. Well, I have the money, so I can get back with my whole colonies thing. I also have Dimmy, which is utterly disgusting. But I could take their money and tell them to just go and go away. I don't have to tech right now. Go away. Thanks for the money. Hello, we are the administrators of Hormuz. We are now taking over your little Madagascan island. Since you're a fetishist, you're going to have to pay us a tax. By the way, farewell, you'll never see us again. That's how it went down. Now, battles here have never gone your way. You think that's going to change now? Clearly they do. It won't, but they think it will. Even with great rolls, they only barely squeak out a victory. Well, it doesn't matter, I just sit back making some sweet loot. 0.04 ducats from our blockades. We know where it's at. Claims I'm doing 100% though, so I don't know. Something isn't adding up here. Maybe they're just literally giving us no money because they're so dirt poor. Jake, don't you like Dhimmi because they give minus tech cost? I don't like Dhimmi because it's a way of accepting other people's religions and beliefs. I won't be having any of that. Okay, that makes me nervous, but thankfully it's just other people fighting. Impressive, Mamluks. Very impressive. Jake, as a Western nation, you can get plus global settler increase from the merchant guilds just for an increase in influence. Maybe check that out. Well, I'm not Western, but hey, it is worth checking out because I don't use it so often. New World Charter, global settler increase. Nice. Requires them to have more than they have here. Not so nice. We'll get onto it. I was ready for this, except that was not where I was expecting them. Why did I expect them up here? Antimorians, okay. He has 2 maneuver, thankfully we don't, so, well, whatever. We'll just go and fight him in Savannahs. 11,000 though, that's 1 for 1. At least we finally have some prestige. I'll use the prestige beating these guys up and then I will placate Saklava. Actually I probably won't. I'm not that nice. But I'm getting pretty sick of this war. I don't really care about the Mamluk and, well, I do care about the Hejezi trust towards me. Nias. Yes. That's good. Local goods produced +1, getting those spices. Yes. Jake, I'm currently playing an Aztec campaign, says Matthias Shirt. Waiting on Westerners to arrive and kick their ass. What should I do with my monarch points? Make a big pile of them and swim in it. I don't know. Right, I would like the merchant guilds to be here, but that's not really an option. But I don't want to piss off both of them, so I gotta choose a side. That side is going to be the Olemas, though. They do good things for me, although they're getting a bit too big for their boots. Right, this war is all fun and games, but Ethiopia wants out. They should peace out with their... Well, they had a lot of war score, but they're going to be losing it now. Oh, well, that's just precious. I bet you're going to go up there and just give me a nasty time, aren't you? You're going to take that and then go up there, possibly. I'll be ready for you. Ready for you, he says. That works out better for me, though. It's jungle, so I will get the benefit in that battle. Mamluks must really think they can turn this around, and they're looking a bit right here. Show superiority is on a knife edge. That's where a lot of stuff is coming from. I'm still enjoying my 0% participation. Things are getting grim. Good job, Diego. I need the money, it must be said. Do you think these provinces have higher development than the garbage that I'm colonizing here? Honestly, this would be a nicer place to get to, but it's still a wee bit away from us. Hang on, I keep forgetting I can do these with no problem. It's all part of the island, so I can do it. But I need this to be finished. Hell, it's almost done. Once it is, I'll start going for those richer provinces. Voiki says, well, this is nice. 12-year 121 regency for a 123 ruler. Is this the point where I plug Rights of Man and say, you won't have to have Regency Council anymore? What are they doing? Well, okay, I can see them taking that and then coming here. That's acceptable. Gives a little bit of separatism, but hey, not something worth worrying about, surely. Unless they get another revolt and they all join together, that would be scary. DDR shill doesn't miss a beat. I saw opportunity, I took it. Can you blame me? You can. Oh, right, these two guys are fighting each other. I was thinking that isn't him or what's-his-face's flag. Okay, well, it seems we're going to have one big bad to fight against here. Thankfully, I hate him. But I should be working on claims against him, not sitting on my thumbs here. Well, you invited doom upon us all now. Well, maybe you'll beat them all up for me, that would be nice. And you've rivaled me. I'm flattered, but... this is unfortunately giving those rebels more places to go. I still think you'll be able to beat them down, though. Well, if you beat their country, I'm sure you can beat their rebels. It's nothing special. And finally, my vassal has become loyal. Yeah, you'll beat up those rebels. And the war is over. Thank goodness for all of that. Now, I shook the Dhimmi down for their money. Nothing else worth shaking them down for. I'm going to marry you before I forget. And I'm going to say, sure. You can have Antankara. And you can have Minabe. And you can have Fiherana. But I'm keeping the rest. And you don't have to keep holding me like some crybaby. So, we are going to keep the transports down south and the galleys up north, so that we, for once, will not fall into the same trap we always do, where QQ just jumps in and goes, surprise, and ravages us. Marina will die soon enough. Jake, any idea for your first 1.18 stream? Yeah, lots of things I want to do then. Might really just have to set the time aside. So please go and fight your own rebels. I know they're smaller than you are, but they are better tech than you, so maybe it's not that easy. I'll actually keep you guys up here in case they... no, it's more likely they'll go here. Slightly, but it is more likely. Don't call me out the lazy colonist. I know exactly what I'm doing on that front. And I don't like you, Marina. You're going to die. Helps out in a variety of ways. So would getting up to force limit. You know, if I'm struggling on force limit, let's go for 8-4. Could do with the extra cavalry. You'll come this way. There's no river to speak of, so it'll just be mano a mano. But he does have a cannon, thankfully. By my decree, cannons are useless before Tech 13 outside of sieging. That is my firm belief. Oh, baby, that's nice. Hopefully you win, though, because I don't want to fight those reps. Let's get the best. Wonderful. You're still going to die, though. The only question is, do I target you first, or do I go over to Siak? Because Siak has the gold. But they also got themselves an alliance. Okay, let's just disregard that. That's no alliance. They've not improved the gold. Still want all this stuff, though. But they probably have a half-decent army. Siak, tell me more. Oh, Navy is also important. Heck, it could be more important. PQR Siak. 3 heavies. But that's alright, we have We can just invade from the... Okay, definitely this province has fewer locales. Lower mill tech than me. Potentially lots lower. That cavalry shock and infantry fire will really add up against you. Still, I suspect you're going to have 15,000 men, so let's check that out. Siak have 13,000 men. I can deal with that. I'll just go a little bit above force limit, but it's worth it to utterly crush you. OFUG, Jake or Quill, choices, choices. Aye, hard choices have to be made. Must be hard choices, because no matter how many times I tell people to go elsewhere, they still stick around. Good, no Dimmy getting all up in my face. Really gonna need another cog over here as well, but this is perhaps not the best place to be doing it. I'll do it anyway. I wonder if it's worth me feeding you further. What's your current development? Because if it goes over 100, you're going to get a bit arsey towards me. Their name's Sakhala, right? I think they were the historical winners out of all this conflict. Oh, they've only got 38 development. This is going to be no problem. I will still consume you. You allied with Mutapa. Mutapa doesn't stand a ghost of a chance against us. But that's fine. There's a bit of time to wait before going on the offensive against you. Siak still have to die though. Patani, I wonder if they'll get access to come and help. Neutral rivalry. Unlikely to come over there then. This will be done very shortly. Let's just get our units over there. I want that gold. This should be an achievement. 1,000 Islands Desire. As Hormuz own all islands in the world. It's a pun on 1,000 Island Dressing. Really talking to me there, because I haven't eaten yet, and it's after 5 PM. This has been going on for longer than planned. Oh well, it is what it is. I do worry that my vassal's going to have trouble with rebellion here, especially since he took... yeah, this is a province that'll be problematic, maybe. If he can get it converted fast enough, they won't have any rebel problems, that's the hope. Really thinking about it, I should have recruited my unit over here, so I wouldn't have to sail across the damn Indian Ocean. Actually, I wonder if it'd be safer to go this out. What the hell? We actually have a decent number of sailors, so I can afford to be a bit wasteful with them. It's manpower that I don't have lots of. But with this one also done, that should add a touch more development to me. Maybe a bit of force limit. Maybe not. But maybe better tech. Good, 2 tech advantage here will help out in a big way. However, you have a fort there, and that's going to concern me a bit. It's going to make it pretty hard for me to advance into your nation when there's just that. But I'll be defending in jungle, and I'll be superior, so I doubt you'll attack me. I'll just have to hold out in Jambi. Isn't Jambi a genie's name? Jambi the genie? I guess that really doesn't matter. Manpower is tight, aye, but when is it not? It's just how I operate. If Patani come down with extra units, then I will be in a bit of trouble. But I'm kind of banking on Patani not having that kind of sway. Then again, why am I going for Siak? I'm tempted because they have their gold, yes, but Pasai could be an equally lucrative target, and they don't have allies. Also allows me to strike from the north, so I can put this guy under complete occupation without having to worry about him having the advantage of fort there. Pasai is not as inferior teched as me, but it's worth having a gander at how many units they have. A lot of thought process going on before I go charging in, even though I do like to go charge nonetheless. So you're Pasai, right? You've only got 9,000. You are the logical target to go for. Plus you are my rival. Finding it hard not to justify gunning you down. Perhaps you have a navy that would sink me down? Passai. Yeah, you have 5 heavies, that is cause for concern. However, I will get military access to Siak and blow you away from the south. And since we don't have the new fort rules, I can besiege your jungle without really having to worry. Nice. These guys still a little unsure what to do. They have a mission though that they're not doing. That doesn't look like protecting trade in Hormuz to me. Chop chop. Jake colonists, I'm well aware. But we're holding off until we get this done. Then again, do I have the range to get anything particularly nice around here? Depends what particularly nice is. High development without much in the way of natives to worry about. So if I go by development map mode and anything that isn't red is worth investigating, and if it also doesn't have many natives, then all the better. 5,000 natives though, that's not pretty. 6,000 natives, also not pretty. Starting to wish I didn't go for the native beatdown. This is 7 development without anything to worry about, so I think I'll go for that. Even if they rise up, they're only going to do 50 settlers worth of damage. You know me, never settler. Jolly good. So what'll I do? I'm actually going to get everyone down here first. I really don't want to have to worry about anything here. I'm even going to take my boats back away in case he sieges this down, pops out all my cogs, and gives me a particularly hard time. Good. Alright, Protestantism. Interesting. Looks like it's going to spread through Bohemia. I wonder if this will lead to tensions in the Polish everything Commonwealth. They need Tech 10 to get Lithuania for free, so it looks like they're trying to jump the gun there. A bit expensive for them, so shame on that. You know, am I really in any risk of him popping out to take this? I am. I am in sufficient risk that I shouldn't go for that. You would actually be my ally in all of this, but this is something I have to do alone. Like waiting for the ability to get another claim, that would be nice. Do I want this, or do I want my vassal to have this? I should take some for myself, it must be said. I have another colonist, but where to put him is the question. Oh, well there's only 500 here, and that's another 7 development province. But if I go further in... yeah, it's less to worry about. I'll go with that. So I want all of these claimed in the name. My name, of course. Siak, we can't be friends because I plan to kill you. Pasai, you are not one-shottable. So I have to think what I'm not going to take. Well, I'll take all his forts and probably burn them to the ground. If there's only one fort around here I want, it would be a fort on Siak. The native policy is beat down. I like it. It gets me extra growth per year. But I don't like it because it means that the natives are going to pop up and give me a hard time. Right, before declaring war, I got to make my claims known to the world. I'm curious if I could threaten for war, not that I would. Of course not. How about you, Siak? God damn, I'm hungry. I'm going to finish this war and then finish this stream, I think. So, since Batak is where I'm going to be spending my time sieging, I may as well make that the war goal. Crime against Allah, well, send my apologies. Hopefully you're fair enough for this. My less than stalwart son, however, he might learn a thing or two on the battlefield. It must be so confusing. Being Indonesian here, it's like, sire, we have just received a declaration of war. From whom? We don't know, sir. Alright, I see what you're up to, but you also see what I'm up to, so... If you go to Rojuan, I will not have enough time to siege this down and make a clean getaway, so let's make our getaway now. It's like, okay, assemble the army. Where do we attack? Again, sir, not quite sure on that one. Yes, the blockade of Nias is surely going to be crippling our nation. Jake, do you have the 3 mountains achievement? Of course I do. If I'm not mistaken, I was the first one to get it. Well, in EU4 at least. I know other people beat me to it in EU3. The unfortunate part of having to siege down the mountain, it gives him time to click his fingers and drop an army. But as long as he doesn't tech up to tech 8, then we still have that advantage of better fire from our infantry and better shock with our cavalry. And he's investing in cannons, which I maintain are not going to turn the tide for him. Lots of extra troops would turn the tide, and he's working pretty hard on that. The extra prowess in terms of economics you get on very hard mode, really rearing its head there. So too is my lack of manpower. I am chugging it down 300 a pop, which is less than good. In fact, I'm going to need a very decisive and swift victory against you here. Hang on, I have a bit of an idea. His only other fort is in Pasai. Then again, he does bring 2 cannons into the mix. I might be able to win this without engaging his army. But I'm going to have to take Batak, which is nowhere near being taken, and my manpower is dribbling away. I hope Jake feels proud now. He is just like Christopher Columbus, sailing across the oceans to attack innocent natives. It's a great feeling. I can see why he did it. That's not a great feeling. Goodbye, manpower. Yeah, being tropical and siege is 3% of all of this. So 300 a pop and I only get 100. We're actually going to be hitting deficit land with manpower here. And we already are. Well, that's unpleasant. Starting to wish I brought a cannon now, haven't I? If my numbers go down too much, this is jungle and I have, what was it, 4 shock? But if I lose too many men, and I'm going to lose too many men, and he's going to come in and pummel me. I need to take this, hold on to it, and my counterattack will begin. No need to worry. Also, no need to worry, we have over 50 settlers there, so they aren't going to do anything to us. It'd be really funny if they lost some of their number, so they wouldn't have enough to siege with. If I could be so lucky. Oh, that's just nasty. Okay. It actually killed 100 settlers instead of the number that I thought, which was not 100. This is making me worry a little. He could attack me and he could win. Thankfully we managed to get it. The temptation to raise a merc or two is pretty high. But it shouldn't be necessary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm going to hold on to this province for a little bit. Get some ticking war score. Most importantly, let the garrison refill to maximum. He's going to not enjoy the fact that I have 43 fort defense whilst he has 1. And I'm going to take his capital away from him sooner than he can re-siege this. Bish bash bosh, 100% war score, no need to fight, although damn did we lose a lot of troops to that siege. Jake, demand manpower from your state, it really wouldn't be much. Also, I barely can. Worth it for 5 prestige, but that's about as far as it goes here. I could divvy them out a bit. And Diego Garcia, nobody really cares about that, but influence by 6 to 41, yeah, okay, I'll roll with that. 1,000 manpower is not really something I care about. I want that though. Tempted to get a general just to boost them up so I can take their military power. Or a conquistador. Not that we have anything to explore here. You know what, I got space for a general, why don't I just take one? He might be really good. That manpower recovery speed might be worth keeping instead of pissing them off, but I'll still annoy them. Yoink. We keep the manpower recovery speed anyway. And how good is our general? He does not have a pip of siege. Thankfully neither do theirs. Okay, it's taken a wee while for the garrison to come back. It only goes up by 70, which is a bit rancid. If it's low, then they're going to get a bonus to their siege, which I don't want. Also, they have it blockaded, so it might not go the way I want it to. Well, there's a lot of things that might not go the way I want it to. At least they're not doing the barracks defense against me. That is a cruel and unusual thing. But I respect it. Jake, get 1 cannon merc. I will not live to see the day I am desperate enough to go cannon merc. Okay, I've got plenty of spying done on you. It's time to make our claims. Bara. Isn't that a dirty word? Alright, still Bara shall be ours. Wouldn't mind heaving an insult at somebody who is our rival. Like Sind. We'll see you make good of that. If they do, then I will not be laughing, I'll be crying. A few more months and we'll have sufficiently more than half garrison to put these guys in their place. It's not that I even need 100% war score with these guys. They're going to be a 2-bite job anyway. Okay, that's sufficient. Now if I march out of here, he's probably going to march into Patak. That's the hope at least, and my hope is also that he stays in Patak. If he does not, then, well, then I have made a mistake. But he should stay on that siege for a while. Which means that I should get a lot of people over to Versailles on the double. Well, no, I need to hold them together just in case things go rather badly. So go there, go there. Go over here, ditch someone here. Pray that he doesn't just snipe us one by one. Okay, I think he's settling for it. I mean, if he does come to snipe us, then I am ruined. But I'm confident that he's more interested in DC. Ah, that's kind of funny there, friend. I like the way you operate. It's hilarious. I mean, there are other ways that I can do this, but... Oh yeah, you guys can't actually reinforce, so I can't split you up into 1000s anyway. And Geo is only jungle, that's not ideal for us. So what will he do? He should be safe in the knowledge that my units are not cut out for this. Okay, I have other options available to me. They're not particularly good. I'm glad I've... Oh, no, that's not a gold province. Jake, no manpower. Yes, manpower is an issue here. I am very close to going begging to the emirs for those additional levies. It would make them not very happy with me. But I'm about to go and beg. I will make it up to them by way of granting them... Aye, this'll do. Influence goes up by a little too much, though. But it means I won't have to give them land for a fair whack, so I will still give them that, because I need that extra manpower recovery at the moment. So how do I do this? I can go bup, 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 bup. Or I could put all of my... I could just merc spam here and destroy him, but I like the elegance of a no battle solution here. Da 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 da. Yeah, if I occupy everything but his capital, I still think we'll be okay. Don't like the way he's going to Ronan there. Almost as if he knows. More cannons increases the chance of a breach, so here's hoping that that doesn't happen. Drink deep from the manpower well, my people. Saying as I barely have enough reason to pull them into peace right now. Good, status quo is what we're looking for. It's not the Delhi you know and love, but I think we'll go for it. Once he gets a bit of an investment into that siege, though, he probably won't leave. Plus the garrison is pretty good. Not great, but it's pretty good. Excellent. I'm going to make my way to the capital. Well, actually, Gao should come first. Both of these should honestly come first. At least I'm fast enough to hopefully run away. I don't know where that is. Swell. I'm getting really good with these events, even if they are marriageable women. I'll take them. Okay, good. He is involved there, and we get tea. Tea's so good, especially when you get the off wave tea of sugar, tea and sugar event. Alright, so we are doing good with these. We could do better, granted. And if he abandons that siege, then all the better. Don't think he will. Oh, jings, this isn't going to go our way, is it? The emirs cannot be allowed to get more influence. So they lose, but they also lose that loyalty that I had to fight so hard to get them. And all the effects on them last a healthy amount of time. I just cannot. At least the merchant guilds like me. They like me enough to grant me all that money. Sure they do. Burn that colony down, Jake. Jake, can you show map situation? Well, I don't want to scroll out just in case these guys come up and pound me into the dirt. But I don't think we're going to get Pasai faster than we can retake Batak. And we're going to be hard pressed to take much land in this situation. I should have held out in Batak for longer, but I didn't. Well, there's no need having more people than necessary besiege that province, so we'll get our other people looting. Don't know why I did it that way, because it's better to have the horses out looting. Oh, swell. Bit of status quo for him, a bit of water shortage for me, and, well, no, it's not going to go that easily. But I want to take his fort, it makes my life a lot easier. I'm unlikely to get that peace deal. And truthfully, these provinces that I'm looking to take aren't even that good. But I want this so that I can invade you very directly and intimately. From the north is the best way to do it. Ah, what the heck, I have at least one more roll to get through on this before I commit to such things. I don't want to risk it on the next one, even if we did get walls breached. And it's just status quo for us. So I'll let the month tick by, so that he gets a bit more, God, I'm tired of this war. And bit of money, 3 provinces, and it leaves me in a position to fabricate claims on everything else. Plus I get his fort. That's a pretty good situation for me. Now taking more would always be better, but he has nowhere to hide when I go and fight him next time. Nor does he have any allies, so I'll take that as victory for Tanner. Do I want to keep that fort, though? It'll defend this from the people that'll rise up. It's only a ducat a month, but then my economic situation is flimsy enough as it is. Okay, well, it's all getting cored anyway. No need to worry about the war exhaustion. It's not like we have rebels that are on their way up. Take care of that. And as much as I want to fight you right now, I do have Imereti who need to fall. We lost our truce with them. But Imereti are not Imerena are not about to get many friends at the moment. I should probably just murk up and ravage Siak. We don't have to worry about ships getting in our way. I think I will just ravage Siak. He will be safe in Mukomoko though, which I don't like. But I might be able to get one little boat that could over there to help the situation. Maybe even 2 boats. Otherwise though, I want to get in position. I want that gold, even if it does mean another healthy chunk of inflation. We'll have it. But that's going to be for another day. Hormuz will own every island, there's no doubt about that. And we'll get this done before Rights of Man comes out. That's the goal. This is the Until Rights of Man campaign. I was inspired to do this just like an hour before I went live. I'll be back in... well, I desperately need to get some food, so maybe give it 30 minutes. I'll be back. There's another game I want to stream, and then another game even later. Hell, it's the weekend. I got time for this kind of things. To Jake, they're just those guys in Madagascar, pretty much. And soon Madagascar will just be an extension of Hormuz. It's kind of interesting to play this way, where your land is very not centralized. It's here, there, and everywhere. It makes it very hard to pack much of a wallop. But it is what it is. Man, I love this game. I'll be back again, most likely tomorrow. But for now, for me, cheers and cheerio.